Hey everybody, before we get into this Roddy Ricch review, just want to let you guys know that for the next live that we are doing on Sunday at 2 p.m., we are revisiting our old hip hop takes that age poorly. But we need your help, and we would love to do this with you guys. So we are asking for you all to send us our takes that we had that did not work out. You can send those. There could be a post on Reddit. We have a subreddit for Dead in Hip Hop. We have a Discord. You can put it on there. You can email them to us, or you can send them to us on social via DM, Twitter, or Instagram. And you can leave them in the comment section right here on this video. So yeah, leave your takes. Tune in at 2 p.m. next Sunday, and we will go over those during the live. I can't wait.
Dead in Hip Hop album review. Roddy Ricch, Feed the Streets 3. This is the first time that Roddy has been in the Dead in Hip Hop chamber. He's from Compton. I'm gonna give you.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a background about Roddy. His debut album, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, was released through Atlantic Records, December 6th of 2019. It also debuted in Billboard 200, becoming the first chart-topping album. And he had a Hot 100 single, which hit number 1 and stayed there for a very long time, The Box. The Box went diamond. You know, so that's crazy. He also had another top 10 single, High Fashion, which features DJ Mustard. In 2020, his feature on the Baby single, Rockstar, became his second number 1 on the Hot 100. Me and Ken did Jay Stone's album. I can't remember the damn name of the album because it's Feefo, bro. But Jay Stone is actually a blood cousin of Roddy Ricch. And if you don't know who Jay Stone is, he is one of the artists of All Money In. So there you go. There you go. Some background information on Roddy Ricch. Obviously, as you can see to my right, we got Jalen as a special guest. What it do, man?
What's up? What's happening?
Yeah, we had to try to get a little bit younger on this. You know what I'm saying?
Did we do Live Life Fast?
No.
No, you're talking about D365.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like we did.
It came out in December of last year. So I don't know if y'all still did it or not. It's like,
Probably not then. Either way, Feed the Streets 3. This is what I can say about this.
Bumping the whip.
Nah. This one don't
You
bump.
tripping? Oh shit!
This one don't bump.
You tripping?
There's a style of hip hop that the younger generation create that I'm not necessarily fond of, but I don't hate it. I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. And this one kind of meets. This was kind of like in the middle. I don't like the style, like that sing-songy Rod Wave, even Little Baby style of hip hop. But there are certain hard tracks on here that I could fuck with. But as a totality, it's just mediocre at best. Like there's nothing that stands out. And when I look at Roddy Ricch and his career, right, he's known as the box guy. And I don't know if he's ever gonna be able to come close to that, make a project that has done as good as that, because I can't believe that this album is doing really good in terms of moving numbers. I don't hear it. I don't listen to the radio like that, but I don't think this is getting radio play like that. There's nothing special about this project to me. Like the sound of it is not special. Roddy, what he's rapping about sounds very derivative. It's just, you know, like I'm fucking yo bitch. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of money. You know, at least with Rod Wave, I feel the personal connectivity of that pain that he's gone through. With this, it's just kind of like, it's very surface. And I really don't get the overall appeal, if there's even a mass appeal in terms of Roddy. Like it's just very mediocre to me.
I would like to apologize to y'all I got Roddy Ricch confused with Rod Wave.
Ooh, not that hard to do.
Damn.
Well, when I saw the name at first, I thought it was because I know what type of music Rod Waves makes.
He's been in the chamber, right? Rod Wayne's been in the chamber.
Yeah, and I
he's been in
thought
the
he
chamber.
was the one that's really more up and coming than Roddy Ricch. So I thought he was the one that I think maybe Jalen or Isaiah said the next album would make or break him. And I thought this was the guy. So when I realized that this was actually the Box guy, after I was listening, I was like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Raw Wave's last album did real big numbers. Like real big numbers. So I don't think his stardom is going anyway. Like people really love that last album.
Yeah, Roddy Ricch will probably go down as a one-hit wonder. With the Box. And feel free, any youngins, I didn't mean that. Any of y'all, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But that was his biggest single. That's how I know him. Miles was singing a song around the house. Kendall, Miles was like 4 or 5 at the time or whatever. And when I listened to this, I had to ask myself, dang, is all this music, did it always sound like this? And I went back and re-listened to some of the albums. Like, damn, I guess it did. Because I don't really like this sort of music. This singy, songy, rappy type auto-tune sound and stuff. I think I like more of the harder tracks that are on here.
No Rest is hard. That's
No Rest. That's the one I was looking for. I like No Rest.
Tracks.
I feel like I like Blue Cheese. Twin, is that like a single? I feel like I've heard that song a lot somewhere.
I like
with Lil
Twin.
Durk.
Yep, I like Twin.
I feel like I've heard that a lot before. And
Number One Freak.
Number One Freak, I actually like that one.
that song is horrible.
You know what? I thought Ty Dolla $ign was okay on that.
Fuck.
But I like that song.
What?
No.
I like that beat.
She left when I deep dick.
I like that one.
No, Ty Dolla $ign was bad, bro. Ty Dolla $ign is so hit or miss to me.
He is.
And this was a brick.
He talking about sticking his finger in people's butts and shit. I don't need to hear this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a common thing.
I don't know. I didn't.
That's a common thing. All rappers talking about putting fingers in butts.
I don't like when anybody talk. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, I know you don't like the sexual shit, Myke. And so
That song was ridiculous. It was too much.
I did not like this at all. And I felt so bad when I was listening to it. I was like, bro, this is just so bad to me.
Damn.
Oh, you felt bad because you recommended us to do it.
Yeah, that and that I didn't like it, and I tried. Normally, I could try to place myself into the mind of somebody that actually may enjoy this and find those redeeming qualities that he has.
yeah, it's not many.
And I really can locate any. Now I really want to know about the Box. Like, how did you land on the Box? And what made that such a huge success? And it seemed like such an anomaly out of everything else that I've heard. Yeah, man. I like I couldn't even hear good lines. And I was like, okay, I can see, maybe somebody could identify with that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Roddy Ricch, bro. Yeah, I just nah.
The
I do
thing
not
about
like
the
this, bro.
lines, man, it's like sometimes the lines don't even match. Like he could say one thing and he'll say something, try to rhyme it, and it's like you just rhyming words. You're just really just rhyming words. It doesn't even make sense when what you're rhyming sometimes. Like I caught that a few times, and then he also does that rhyming word with a word thing, which
He does that a lot.
he does it a lot, and it's like, oh, that's whack. Yeah, Ken, I was like, damn, bro, how you just gonna throw this on us like that? But no, I was like you. I was trying to find some, and I usually can, but I couldn't. And I think this is probably worse than the Jack Harlow project.
All right,
Damn.
now, come on.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
yeah,
I don't know about that
what
one,
you-
Modest.
I think this is worse than the Jack Harlow project.
I don't know
Because at
about that
least with Jack Harlow, he has some stuff on there that you could see as hits. Like he has certain some like maybe 1 or 2, 3 things. Like, oh yeah, I can see and they actually were hits and on the radio. This has nothing, bro. If y'all can show me 2 or 3, then I'll say it's not worse than Jack Harlow. But if y'all can't show me 2 or 3 that are hits, it's worse than Jack Harlow project.
But I don't.
But I don't.
They don't have to like to me. No Rest was damn near better than everything on Jack.
All right,
Harlow's
listen. No Rest. I'll give you that. That's,
Okay,
that's
give me
like
that
the
one.
only track I
feel
like.
you.
And the only reason I like that is because the beat.
The beat was hard.
The
as
beat
hell.
was hard, and then the beat made him rap different. He didn't do too much of the sing-songy stuff. He just kind of rapping kind of hard or whatever. I would have never knew this guy was from Compton, California. I would have never known that. Did he just
I
Nah,
thought
he
he
from
born
there.
there?
No, he's from there.
I thought he was from here too.
Yeah.
Because he sounds like Slim Thug in a lot of places. And I was just like,
Young Thug.
Oh, yeah, not Slim
That was
Thug.
like, wait, what?
No, Young Thug. I'm sorry. He sounds like Young Thug in a lot of places. So I was really confused when you just said he's from Compton, California. So was he just born there?
Nah. He's from there. Like I said, Jay Stone is part of All Money In, and they're blood cousins.
Bro,
so
like I don't. How can you sound like this from Compton, California? Like I don't understand. Like you was heavily influenced by
Yeah.
by
it makes
Young
sense.
Thug.
It makes sense.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
ASAP,
think-
ASAP sounds like he's from fucking Dallas. I mean, it makes sense for somebody.
Who
This
said who said-
ASAP.
Rocky.
But he still has some New York stuff that I can kind of hear in there sometimes.
When?
Sometimes some of the stuff he says I could hear in New York.
If you didn't know ASAP was from New York, you would think he was from
Bro,
Texas.
I've never heard a Cali person not sound like they're from Cali. Who you know?
It makes sense for me that this dude sounds like this because this sound is popular. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I got you. I
Like
got
he
you.
Extremely
definitely does
popular.
not sound like he's from California. I just
Yeah.
mean I'm not surprised that California rappers are starting to sound like this.
I couldn't find anything, and I thought I liked more than that one song. But when I went back and listened to it, I was like, "Damn, that is the only one I like. That is the only one I like."
Damn, I was hoping you
Just
liked
because no king size, no none of no blue cheese. I know you mentioned blue cheese. Fuck no.
No,
I like
he said
the
twin.
beat.
it. Yeah, fuck no.
Oh, you said you like blue cheese?
Yeah, I like the beat on that joint.
Yeah.
I actually like blue cheese too. That was
You
the
like
only
twin?
one that I was like, oh, this is good.
Started off saying what Tamia and Tamara like.
Yeah, that favor for a favor too. That shit was.
I didn't get. So why did he say Tamia and Tamara? Did he mess
Song
up?
called Twin.
No, Tia and Tamara are twins.
Oh, he said Tamia.
He
I
said
didn't-
Tamia and
Oh,
Tamara.
I didn't realize he said Tamia, but it's possible. Yeah, he said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he
like-
did say to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a joke. I just didn't get.
I don't know much about him, and I don't want to shit on him.
You don't?
That's
I don't want to shit.
After
on
you
him.
just wiped your ass, you don't want to
Right.
shit for that.
I don't want to shit on him, but
Two-ply.
I gotta shit
For
on him.
real. Right.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Like I just it's just it's like what we said about Jack Harlow. It's just like nothing there. It's like senseless.
And I don't disagree, man. Like it was hard getting through it. It's like, what am I digesting? What am I taking away from this? Can I even like, you asked at the beginning, does it even bump in the whip? And it's just like, no. Like I'm not riding around playing this loud, like bumping in the whip. Like this is not bumpable like that. You know, like,
It's not bumpable. Is that
It's
the
not
first time
bumpable.
you've ever said that?
it is.
Damn.
It's not bumpable,
It's not
dog.
like it. It's not bumpable.
It's not bumpable at all.
Man.
Like,
oh man, they gonna be all in the comments. This is not bumpable.
That's so funny.
Mike, you know how like you said, it's kind of like you see me in the little blue Fiat, crispy J's. Then he got nice chain,
Yeah.
nice glasses and shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'm playing this
Nah.
too. Like no,
The
Talking
jokes
about
would never
Aston
end.
Martin truck.
yeah, like no,
jokes would never end.
You can't like no, like this to me, a grown ass man like this don't sound like grown man music. Like again, what are like? And I understand that we could just listen to music for entertainment purposes, but what's entertaining?
It's
about
not
this?
grown man music because it's made for younger. Well, not that you're not a grown man, but I mean, it's not made for our era of
100%.
That's not even what I'm saying this time though.
I was just
Like
talking to him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like normally I would say that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see how the youth is listening to it. Blah 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 blah. But I don't even see that. Like,
Oh.
I don't see
Yeah,
that.
I don't see this. No,
I,
don't see that either.
do.
I know.
I listen to this, and not that I would listen to this, but I put this on, and I'm like, yep, this is what I expect people that are their age that they listen to. And it just makes me feel old. I agree with everything you're saying, though. I don't like this in any way, shape, or form. I don't like the sing-songy auto-tune rapping. I actually thought there was one song that started off where he wasn't using auto-tune, and I was like, okay, he sounds better here. But then he turned the auto-tune on like halfway through the verse, and I was like, well, damn. But no, this is definitely not my kind of music. I don't like this. But I definitely see why young folks listen to this shit. It sounds like what I feel like young people listen to.
I don't think I was on the Little Baby review, but to me,
No, I'm saying that's one.
Well, so
Yeah.
with me, I can see why people like Lil Baby though.
Me too.
But I also think it's generic and formulaic.
It is.
I understand
to
you
a
do.
degree.
Well,
is.
that's the point.
Well,
Okay.
well, so to your point of saying it's derivative, like you said that. Now that caught me, and I was like, okay, like a lot of rappers are derivative. So I
100.
mean, saying that, I don't really see as that being an issue because you go to some rappers and they still rapping about the same shit they've been rapping about for the last 15 years.
Jay-Z.
All right, so
Very people. Very people.
Damn.
Let's go.
He said he don't want to be on the review.
His hair smoking.
nah, it's just cause I get his point, but it's also it's
you
just
don't?
it's a, when you listen to Baby, when I listen to Baby, it's just no variety there, right? Baby, but I get the appeal to Baby because of like the shit talking, like Ken said, like he's a shit talker, so you connect to that. That's what Roddy is trying to do. You just don't connect to it. So that's different than being derivative. Like I feel like you can't connect to him, but I feel like his first couple of projects like Feed the Streets 2, even Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, like there was connection there. Like you talked about the box, Ken, like there's just like some shit talking or like just some type of energy there that you connect with. I just feel complacency here. I feel like the last project came out, Live Life Fast. That shit came and went because it's just like you very comfortable. Like even the promotion, you can feel like I made it and now I'm happy where I'm at. This here is the same thing. Y'all don't mess with it just because, but when it came in, I was fucking with it. I was like, all right, I like this energy. King Size was hit and miss, but then after that, you're right, it just went to shit until we got. I fuck with Stop Breathing.
You ain't fucking Bougie.
No,
Oh my God! Why?
and that's right. That's right
tight.
before.
Why? Why
But
make
it's
it
tight.
That's right before favor for a favor where he trying to like croon to some woman, and I'm like, bro, if you get them panties, bro, you probably need to let her go off that shit, cause I don't fuck with favor for a favor at all.
rude,
Shit just
man.
bad, dog.
Damn, you rude.
But overall, like it's not. I get where y'all gripes are coming from, but Myke is right. Like my generation kind of fuck with this sound,
Oh shit!
and it's not great. Now, like there's people who do this better, but it's just he's complacent. He's not growing, and that's the problem. Even right, like naming his album, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. The more you listen to him now, it's like, bro, you sit in the same place. Like this isn't. I don't feel any type of like diversity or anything when I hear you rap. It's like I'm expecting the same thing, and you try to hit these high notes or you try to croon and melodically rap and make it different, but it doesn't feel like you even believe what you're saying. So that's the disconnect. But I can also see a lot of people listening to this though. Like
Really?
yes, like
Well-
because you say don't bump. I was
Yeah, it's
playing
not
with my little
bumpable.
10 in the trunk,
Ooh.
and it still bumped to me.
Ooh, he said get some new speakers.
I mean,
Hey, it's not bumpable. And here's the thing. So I looked at Roddy Ricch's first week sales. Right, he 38,589, but it put him number 6 overall, which is crazy that low of a number puts you top 10 now. But 38,000 units, you know, like I guess we come from a different era where, you know, 100,000, 200,000
That
first week
shit
was,
doesn't matter anymore.
No.
yeah, but
Check and see how fast his fucking concert tickets sell out. I bet you that's a little different.
you think so?
I have a very strong feeling that younger people love this shit. They don't listen to stuff deep like y'all do.
No, 100%. And that's why I said, like, I understand sonically that they do.
Right, and that's all it takes.
and all you have to do is rap enough to make a great caption. You just gotta have a couple bars that's worth a caption.
Because all you're doing is waiting for the hook.
Exactly.
That's all you're doing.
And I mean, the hooks aren't that great on here, but there's a couple of on here that you can find. I guarantee you, if you keep listening to this and you stroll on my timeline, you'll see a couple people use these lines as captions.
Ooh.
And that's good enough to keep you relevant. That's why Drake works the way he works. A lot of his lines are captions. That's all he's trying to do is get a couple of bars off that people will use as relevance or put on Twitter real quick.
He's right.
Tweet it
The
real quick.
second I see a chick on Twitter, I'm putting, and she love it when I beep, beep, ski, ski. Putting all that shit. And I love it when she deep, dick, dick. Whatever the fuck he says. See, y'all don't understand young people.
I guess I don't.
This is
I'm an
something
old
like
nigga
that.
now.
Y'all, you didn't mention Ballin' with Mustard. Like that song was big in 2019. It's still to this day people still like play that at like events and go crazy.
To this day.
So like he got the box, he got Ballin', he got Die Young, Start With Me, High Fashion, like those. He's just not going past that 2019 phase where he was like big. 2019 it was like, okay, Roddy's next. But since then it just hasn't connected. And that's the problem.
Even one song that you mentioned off of that too, it was technically he he was featured on it, but Racks in the Middle too. That was like a real big song. I listened to Hit Boy talk about, because Hit Boy produced that, and he was talking about how when he made it for Roddy, but then Nipsey heard it. Nipsey's like, nah, I need that. So then they kind of flipped.
That's
it.
cool.
I feel you. Like, I feel like his run already happened, and like he's just creating projects because it's like you gotta kind of still
Maybe he's still
pay
running.
bills. Huh?
Maybe he's still running. Why y'all giving up on the man so early? Was
He's
this
running
project before this
uphill.
whack?
Yeah, last one was.
Oh no! What
But
about
the one
that?
before that was good. Like people play, like that's with the box on it. Like people was playing it all
Yeah.
through 2020. Like it
Yes,
came out in
the
2019.
box is huge.
I think he's capable of making those type of things. Cause you're right, the box, the balling, all that. Like it was. I can see people liking those, but I don't hear that on this album.
Damn.
Do you hear it on this album? Do you hear a track like that on this album?
I don't see a standout on here, but
Yeah.
I do hear this being played. Like I can see a couple of my homeboys. I go over there and they got this playing in the background while we about to play.
But
while we
shouldn't
about
it
to
have
jump
at
on
least
PS5.
one?
I mean,
Shouldn't it have at least one?
all it had to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. All it had to do was sound better than the last album, and it sounds better. It sounds better than the last.
Oh,
album.
it does?
To give him and for him to call, he's calling it a mixtape. So that gives him enough grace to be like, all right, this next album you gotta hit. You
Look,
gotta hit.
Y'all talking about this, man. I was literally going to go try to find the album, and I just typed in his name, and the first thing that comes up, Roddy Ricch posts proof he earned $500,000 for a festival performance. And y'all think that little kids, y'all think younger folks aren't listening to this guy? Of course they are. The man made 500 grand.
Absolutely,
But,
absolutely.
but that's my whole thing, is if younger people like it, that's all that matters.
What I'm saying is that, yes, they like the ballings, they like the box. I understand why they like that one. I understand, like, if he continued to make music that sounded like that, I would understand. But making an album like this, I don't think they want.
I bet you they like it.
They didn't pay
I bet you they like it.
500 grand for that festival performance for this.
No, of
project,
course
or
not.
Even
But I'm
that
just
last
saying
one.
he's popular enough to where
He
I think
absolutely
he
is
can,
popular.
where I think he can make an album that is maybe a little bit of a slump.
Would he play any of the, would
Yes.
he play like a quarter of these tracks at that concert?
I guarantee you he will, because he wants to sell units. So he's gonna play songs from this project. Y'all sound old, bro.
I mean,
I just haven't followed his
old.
career like that. I don't listen to him like that.
Me
The
either.
box was huge. I listened to the album that it was on. I even listened to one after that. But as far as like the beginnings to now, you know, I'm not familiar with his progression. And when I was listening to this, you know, I was like, maybe I'm just missing something.
I don't think an album like this is made for critics. I think an album like this is made
a very
for
good point.
younger people to play in their cars or to play at their little summer parties or a barbecue. I don't think that if you sat down and you started picking this thing apart, you're gonna come away with anything other than this is bad. But if you're playing it at a fucking pool party or some shit like that, people are gonna have a good time. And that's what matters to folks.
And
that's
you know
what I
what?
disagree
Somebody was
with,
even
though.
asking us in the chat if we were reviewing it.
Right. And he's
But,
probably
yeah.
younger.
That's what I disagree with, though, Mike. Like I could review something that I particularly wouldn't play myself, and I could review something that, you know, I could hear other people enjoying. I just simply do not hear that on here.
Sure. And there's nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah, this one may not be for critics, but I think something else that he may have made may be for critics.
I feel like most of this dude's music, and this is a complete generalization, but if his other stuff sounds anything like this, his music is not made for critics. Because critics don't have any way to break something like this down. So go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't saying anything important.
I'm just saying I just don't think he's on par with the Babies of the world or the Young Thugs of the world, which is who he sounds like, right?
I agree with you
You can't
there.
put this next to a Young Thug album and be like, you know what I'm saying? This compares.
So I wouldn't put it up against a Young Thug album, because Young Thug's albums are, even though I'm not a fan, they're very creative and they sound different.
Yeah.
I feel like I could definitely put this up against a Lil Baby album because it has the same type of vibe. But if you're looking for something to say, okay, I like this production and I like the way he flowed on it and I like when he said this, you're gonna walk away with a headache, because I don't think that you can really review an album like this in that way.
What about Baby King? Would you put up against a Baby King?
Nah.
Nah.
Baby King raps though.
And he's more creative. But I think the other thing with Lil Baby that you probably connect with is he is Atlanta.
Right.
He
Exactly.
sound and you live in Atlanta, so you feel Atlanta.
I
You
feel
know
it.
you could feel the Atlanta in like his music, in like the environment you're around.
Yeah.
But he's not from like it
doesn't
similar
sound
to
authentic.
Atlanta sound. But
That
he's
makes
from Compton,
sense.
so he probably is influenced by this sound, but he
Yeah.
doesn't live this sound. I think
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
probably
sound
different,
authentic.
too.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it doesn't sound authentic. I think I might have mentioned that. Yeah.
I was just Googling just to see what the response was.
Uh-oh, they tearing him up.
They tore up one of his singles that he dropped
Which was what?
in February 5th, 2022. And people were like, what the fuck is this? We need 2019 Roddy Ricch back.
Exactly.
And he was
Are those
like-
fans or are those critics?
I think those were if you say you need a certain
yeah.
year back, you're a fan.
Damn.
And he was like, oh, he posted on Instagram, oh, I guess I'm a flop now, this, that, and the other. So
Aw.
I think this mixtape was an attempt to
To go
base on
back.
it.
Oh,
But then
this
that
is a
might back up what I'm
mixtape.
saying then. So if
Yep.
this is a mixtape and he's going back to the sound that he thought they liked,
Yep. And that's what he
Then
said.
my
I didn't
shit
I didn't
stands.
finish reading the article, but that's what he said. He felt like he needed to go back to the old days, and that was on the LA Times.
so then what I
article.
said stands. I bet you younger folks like this shit. I bet you they do.
Favorite tracks, give me Just Because, Twin, No Rest.
Favorite track is No Rest. I do not like anything else on this album. I'm sorry.
We get it, man.
It's
We
very
get it.
rare, but yeah.
My favorite tracks with an S are Blue Cheese and No Rest.
Just one more.
It's still plural.
Give me Just Because, King Size, Stop Breathing, and No Rest.
Blue cheese. I like that one. See, that's a nice way of doing it.
Roddy, if you watching, yeah, I don't feel the vibe on this one, bro. The vibe ain't there. You know, you go back to 2019, you listen to Ballin', you listen to The Box, you listen to High Fashion. Like there's a certain vibe. This don't move people. At least it ain't moving me, and therefore it don't move the speakers. Therefore, it's not bumpable.
I know I came off a bit harsh.
Sure.
You know,
Get out of here.
I'm just being brutally honest, and I'm just like that with my closest friends. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am.
Roddy's not your friend.
I'm saying
Y'all
I
share
know
the
he's
same
not.
Rod in the name.
Oh shit!
Y'all not
I didn't even think about that. I do understand that you have hits, and like, but this one just didn't quite have it, or it didn't have it. But as a young black man, I am happy that you are pursuing your dreams, that you are creating music that you want to create. So for that, you know, I am happy that you are, you know, have some sort of success. You know what I'm saying? No, I am. That's what I can say. Because I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. So if this is music you want to create, hey, you know what I'm saying? Who am I to say it's you know? Nah, I guess I am saying it.
You've been telling him that the whole damn.
Fuck, I am saying it is bad.
He not watching this, bro.
He done turned it off.
He turned it off a long time ago.
How do I clean this up?
You can.
No, man.
No, I want to because I am happy. Look, I am happy for anybody that's doing their art and making money from it and doing what they want to do. And if it's making them happy, I am happy for you. It's just not for me. I think that's the safe way to go. When you just say something, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? If it's for other people, more power to you, more power to them. I hope you continue the success that you have, but it's just not for me, man. It's just not. I don't hear the substance. So, but you know,
Roddy, I want to apologize. I didn't mean to put you through this. You know, it's not a thing that I like at all. And I wanted to make sure that we got certain perspective on here from somebody that actually listens to your music way more than I do, just so I can kind of understand what's going on here. Because I didn't really get it, and I knew I fucked up, and I feel terrible that if you even just watch this, you had to endure and sit through this at all. I think Jalen said it best in terms of growth. Like you have a hit as big as The Box, like I was wanting and looking for other hits, not as big as that, but something like okay, this guy has hit making potential. I didn't really get that from this album, but I get that you try to go back to the roots, go back to what made you successful, and seeing the first paragraph of that LA Times article, I think, and I guess the comments will let me know if you accomplished that or not, because those are the ones that are listening to it, those are the ones that are your fans, those are the ones that you're appealing to, and we'll see. But for me, I did not like this, and I'll just leave it at that.
If you watching Roddy, I mean, just take your time on the next one, bro. I feel like there's you going back to the sound is a step in the right direction. In my opinion, a step in the right direction. Just take your time. Don't rush it. I mean, it's been less than a year since Live Life Fast came out. And I feel like that criticism, you felt like you had to prove people wrong by going back to this, but take your time. There's no rush for anybody, honestly, but give it some time, and hopefully the next one is better. But I'm talking to older people. So.
I love it.
Then get your young ass off on stage. God damn it. Mr. Ricch, I'm gonna apologize too. Ken fucked up because he knew damn well we were too old to like your music. It's really that simple. I'm sure plenty of folks are putting this on at the barbecue and the beach party and having a good old time. We don't do barbecues and beach parties. You know, it's too much heat, too much sun is bad for us. But nah, man, hey, do your thing. It does not have to be played on my iPod. But you know,
You see that? He's still using the iPod.
that's what I'm saying. That was my point. So yeah, I have nothing to say. This is not made for me. I did not enjoy this, but I'm sure you are in no way surprised that a dork like me would not enjoy your music. So keep making music for the cool people. All right.